Hi Pisces, welcome to your June reading. I'm Marianne, thank you for tuning in. It's Marianne's Mystic Mentions. And welcome to June 2025. I feel so good about June. The readings have been pretty amazing and very, very positive. And I'm going to take this off for now until we know exactly what your chakra is of the month, because that's my first thing that I do. For those that are new, welcome. I do have a format of sorts. I always start with a chakra check, which is the energy center that is residing in our bodies. We have 7, 8 with the all-encompassing, all omnipotent, collective consciousness chakra. And then what I do is I read the message behind that's there to inspire and lift and open up this particular area, wherever it may be, to its fullest, so that we could just be the best persons, the most vital and whole. I guess whole is the best way to describe that, right? So Pisces, we have the North Node in your sign, and it will be there through 2027. So you are really at the what they call the helm, and we're all experiencing a lot of the energies that you exude. And I'm so, so, so grateful for that, because it's the gloves. It's the energy, which is what the gloves represent. They represent energy, they represent color. Everything is energy. You are very sensual in the way that you sense things. You're extremely psychic, very, very intuitive, very mystical. I've never met a Pisces that doesn't have an understanding of the outer world and things that we don't necessarily see or feel. You are incredibly creative and innovative, and you're sensitive. And did I already say that? I mean, the pink came out because it can represent heart, but it also is the predominance of just the higher realms of our heart, which then affect our speech and our thoughts and our third eye and in our upwards and onward. And that's the softness that I'm feeling. I'm feeling it's not the red, but it's the softening, and that's what you want around you. That's what you usually exude on most days, right? But we'll see. The last chakra was with Aquarius, and it was the heart. So I'm going to put it behind and see which one is mostly focused for you. All of them are important at all times, Pisces, and I ask to open them every single morning as a slight meditation. I know that you've been through a lot, and I know because I have a Pisces rising, and I'm quite astounded by the changes, and they're fine. They're all doable. We get through them, and they're so great for strengthening and for just growing and evolving and that sort of thing. And you're used to that. I mean, it's nothing new to you, but I think you've still been a little bit surprised how some of the energies and how some of the things are just probably not anything you would have expected. And that'll continue, but it's going to be, obviously, like I said, it's going to be beautiful. June has one of the best possible astrology messages I can give, and that is that on June 9th, we have Jupiter, the benevolent planet, the one that's a giver and beneficial and expands, and it's so lucky, and it's just so giving and kind, and it's fortunate, and it's going in the sign of Cancer on the 9th of June. And that's so spectacular for you as another water sign. And it's a time when you're just going to have, I think, a lot more ease after what's been experienced. And I'm not challenging things will come our whole life, and changes are absolutely necessary. And you know this, and you're seeing them. But a lot of them you've actually created. You're just following your intuition, your natural ability to know where to go. Because you're in the flow, right? Okay. I shuffled this quite a bit. I guess we're sticking with the heart because that came through for me. And Spirit always works with me divinely, and I love it, and I appreciate it so very much. And all you have to do is ask, and you'll be given a lot of more, messages and signs that that's what's going on for those watching, anybody and everybody. No one's any more special that way. It's what we're asking for, right? So I'll put this back on for you. It's the beautiful green aventurine, forgive me for butchering it, crystal that really helps to accentuate the energies that represent attraction of abundance, and by holding a deep love and trust for yourself and the universe. The words associated with this crystal are trust, compassion, and healing. And when we heal, I mean, whether it's physical, mental, whatever it is, it's going to be pronounced. And I think a lot of that's already been happening. And sometimes it happens in ways that feel very physically draining or painful even. But then we feel the strength and the healing and the just knowing that, wow, that's so great to have gone through that and to have released that. This is a 9-year, and 9s are about completion, and that's what's happening. There's a lot of completion so that you can yet again start that new, whatever it is, new phase, new, cycle, and so forth. Every single month, it seems like the planets are changing a sign. This has never really been done in my lifetime, and that's what I love about astrology as well. But I'll read you what it says specifically for the 4th chakra and the heart, okay? Because it's a beautiful saying. I call it a mantra. Divine love fills my heart. I hear the song of the universe, the one song that is mine to sing in this life. I am whole. I am healed. I receive and radiate loving kindness. Of course you do. And you always have radiated that, Pisces. And I can't imagine one person saying, at least some of the time that they've known you, they recognize you as being this incredibly selfless and self-sacrificing person that really just wants everybody to just, that rose-colored glasses kind of thing, the light pink kind of, what if the whole world were peaceful? What if we did all accept and appreciate each other for who we are? You're a mutable sign, so you're open to so many things. You don't really have boundaries, which was really and will be pronounced to you, but you had Saturn and Neptune in your sign for Saturn for 2.5, 3 years total, usually, and Neptune for 14, and it's now in Aries. So you have that you're dealing with as well, and then it'll come back into your sign for a little bit at the end of the year, and then go fully into Aries for the next 14 years with Neptune. So that is your more modern ruling planet. That is about imagination and creativity beyond our ability to be able to express it, coming through and just like bubbling out. That is being aware that, sometimes things do seem a little better, and being, you were taught a lot of things with Saturn in your sign. It did show you boundaries. It was not necessarily comfortable. It's not comfortable for somebody who knows nothing of them, but that was there to teach you, right? That was there to teach you that you can say no. It's an easy, simple word, and people appreciate it. And you also feel better in the end, because you can't stretch yourself out too much. You will end up really being affected by that in a not so positive way. So, this is absolutely gorgeous. I'm infusing the reading now with this and making my heart the center focal point of your reading. And I always want to do that anyway, but this just emphasizes it. And I'm going to do a 6-card spread for you. Okay, in addition to that, as I'm shuffling, I'll just mention the 2 very important lunations happening. And that is the full moon happening on the 11th in Sagittarius, which is absolutely about, fiery, ambitious kind of energy. Sagittarians are also ruled by Jupiter like you, historically. And you are just like, you're on the mode to, let's go, let's make it happen. Let's see what the world has in store for me. I'll write it down. I'll believe it. I'll meditate on it. Anything you can do, all the tools you have to do so will be very, very helpful. And Sagittarius is all about truth. And it could bring a light to a certain situation, as it's a full moon and they are the full light to show and to put a spotlight on things that need to end. And then the beginnings happen, right? And the new moon is in Cancer on the 25th. And that's your fellow water sign. And then we've had, Jupiter going into that as well. There's going to be a fair amount of energy, at least I think mid-month, with Saturn, the taskmaster in Aries, and now Neptune, conjuncting What is the main thing they're conjuncting? Jupiter, yeah. So that's in a complete opposition, right? Saturn is the restrictive and Jupiter is the, I want to just, there's no, let's everything, let's full, wide, expansive. So it's just the kind of that, if not internal battle you might be experiencing. It'll just be really finding a balance is what I always say as a Libra myself. It's just, you can do it. We all do it all the time, but that'll be brought as the lesson, I think, of this month. And we've done it many times before. So it's something we can't get used to. You may just feel, wow, I want to do both. Well, this is weird. So anyway, I'm going to lay these out for you. It is the 6-card spread. It is the past, present, and future with the clarification card. And I just hope you're already feeling and understanding the beauty and the Cancerian kind of like family-oriented energy that's, wanting to end the latter part of the month. We're still in Gemini season, and that's fun. That's like sociable and talking and connecting and definitely networking. Because a lot of people I know, myself included, we're looking for new avenues, new jobs, new opportunities in that way, entrepreneurial, otherwise. You may very well know what I'm speaking about. You may be moving, you may be traveling. I hope you are. That's what this month is. Summer is all about that. I have so many of my clients that are already traveling already, or they're planning it. And it's fun. It's gorgeous. But it's also this warm family kind of, whatever that means to you. It doesn't have to be your actual family, but people that you feel the most comfortable with. You want to kind of be amidst that. So we have the recent past, and that is potency for you, my beautiful, beautiful Pisceans. Ace of Wands, fiery, fiery, beautiful, sensual, passionate energy, new beginnings, new inspiration, new incentive, new intentions, and making them materialize. And you're extremely good at manifesting. So you're one of the best at that. We all have the ability, but you definitely have that one down. I will be honest with you. I've known too many Pisceans, and they just, because I think it's because you don't even really focus too much on it. Just it, and you accept it as being part of the law of the world, the universe, right? With that, we have a clarification, and you have reason, and I love that. And that is the Queen of Swords. So we have that. Well, the swords represent the air element, right? Our thoughts, our words, our expression. Once again, we are still in Gemini season. We had that beautiful Gemini new moon on the 26th of May. That's still affecting us. This was about you speaking your truth, of course, and wanting to really stand strong and firm about your choices and your decisions is coming right off the bat. Just simplifying it. All right. And there's some really great conversations. There's connections with people that are definitely going to be in your corner and that need to help you in professions like maybe doctors, lawyers, checkups, things like that. Those do enter in as well with this. The only planet in June that's retrograde is Pluto, which is in Aquarius. And that's the transformational planet. That's the ultimate, right? That's the going deep and maybe self-sabotage at times, or worry and fears and things of that nature. We don't want to go that route. But we're going to be internalizing some of those things. And it'll be retrogrades every year. It's normal. It's an outer planet. It's not going to affect you as much as like a personal planet was. And all the personal planets are going direct this month. So kudos to that. Kudos to meeting the right people, circumstances, and people that will help you. Because you're in the mode, you are ready. You are ready, ready, ready for whatever change this is for you. And it's big. It's going to be life transformational. Example, I'm going to be a grandmother. Okay, so for all those out there who have been for years and have many grandchildren, this is my first. So I am beyond elated and excited, and it's getting closer. It's a September grandson. I don't have a name yet, but it's real, and it's just the biggest transformation that I've had since my children. So that's an example of how big this can be. And then we have, for your present information, you have the 5 of Pentacles. So that's adaption. Now, the thing about the 5 of Pentacles is it's halfway to the 10. 10 is the ultimate, right? Pentacles is the ground energy, the grounding earth energy. The Taurus, I just thought about that. Taurus, the Virgo, And what am I forget? Capricorn. Well, 5 is, when it comes to the Pentacles, this isn't a depiction that shows that, which I like. I think it's great. If you have 5, you're doing well. You're sustaining yourself, right? With the North Node in your sign, Pisces, as I mentioned, the polar opposition to you, which is always the case when it comes to the series of eclipses that we've had and will have in North Node Pisces, South Node Virgo. This is about releasing perfectionism, critical thinking, criticism, things that made you feel less than, maybe for yourself or maybe in the way you speak to others, and really just releasing and purging. Those are the things and habits and traits that we don't want a part of. You may have Virgo or any earth sign in your chart. We actually have, when is that happening? I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember the exact date. Is it the 8th? It might be before, I apologize, but very soon we have Venus going into Taurus, and Taurus is ruled by Venus, and Taurus is the money sign, and Taurus is everything we touch, feel, sense, and all the senses are involved, right? And all that earthy, down to earth kind of, let's really plant the seed and really see it fruit and, and reap the rewards from it, basically, while being patient. So not thinking that you're less than in any way, or, why am I not there, and why did they have that, and that sort of feeling comes into this. It's a loss in some ways. It's a feeling of having lost out or being left out. That's not something we want to hold on to ever, right? So let's see what the clarification card is of that. You got too much going for you, and you have evolution, of course. You change from this mindset to, no, there's nothing going to stop me. Evolution is basically looking like you to me, because it's a cup, and it is the princess. So it is the beginning of really knowing what you've known for many lives, Pisces, is that you are capable of emotionally fulfilling yourself, filling your cup, filling the desire for maybe a child, and this youthful kind of energy with the princess, because that is like the page. It's a beginning, it's a creative thing. It could be a creative idea, it could be an actual creation in you, and the excitement, but the beginning is just new. It's the ace. There's 2 indications of new here. So you've got ideas and passion and everything, but you've also got this sentimentality, this wonderful predominance of energy that'll come with Cancer and the new moon and the Jupiter in Cancer and in Cancer season starting on the 20th. And then, of course, we've got the beautiful season of summer coming through, the summer solstice, power, warmth, longest days, until they're not anymore. And we don't want to talk about that. We're going to embrace every second of summer, right? So that's fantastic. This is allowing you to recognize that's no need for that. That's gone. Those feelings of inadequacy or anything that kind of reside in us at times, they're gone. Future, though, future for you is success. Okay, because you did that. You've worked at it. You've been very genuine with yourself. You've allowed yourself to stop, to think. You don't have to feel rushed. There was a lot of delays this year. That's not happening in this month at all. And everything that you put forth in your mind and that's actually the 10 of Cups. So it's the absolute ultimate. So there you go, and congratulations. Because I don't think in the last couple of years specifically that it's been exactly an easier time, but it's definitely made you grow. It's definitely made you evolve. And you're not that person you were 2.5 years ago. And you certainly won't be will never be the same. Every day changes us, but I just see phenomenal, beautiful, wonderful things happening for you. And the cards definitely are showing that as well. So then the clarification of success is change. Many times in our lives, when we want success or we want certain outcomes, there's change that must come with it. The 6 of Swords, though. It's change you absolutely want. You're moving away from times that we're just not feeling good, and only you know what those are, as a general reading. But if you ever want a reading, for now anyway, you can always check the link below at Pure Massage Therapies, and I have a website that you can book on a tab that says tarot readings, and if unless you come in person, which I do readings in person, I will send you a video, but you would send an email and we would just converse and we would talk about everything. Okay, we'll simplify it with that. You are definitely ready, and you are definitely moving into smoother waters. And there's the water reference again, but this is air, this is mind, this is, thoughts and ideas that are, really to your benefit. They will lead to and continue to lead to the successful life that you've carved out for yourself. How's that for a reading? Because I know I love it. I love everything I'm seeing. I even love the Five of Pentacles because it reminds you, it's like, nope, done there, been that, not doing that. I am way more important. I matter. I am always more than enough, right? So fantastic, and in line with what I've been feeling and what I think you're certainly feeling. Let me finish with the 2 oracle messages and ask you if you are liking and genuinely feeling a connection with me, that you would help support my channel. Push that like button, push the subscribe. Mostly, I'm on a campaign to get to the 500 subscribers. It's been many, it's a long route, but I'm a smaller channel for now. It's okay. I don't mind. I will continue to do that. I will show up for you. That is my part of the deal. And there's no cost for you to watch. And I will continue to bring content, hopefully that will resonate in some way, form, or another. And I love and appreciate your support and your helping on your end. And yeah, let me continue here. I have your Psychic Tarot of the Heart Oracle message. And these are great. They have all sorts of different categories. And they're a beautiful deck. I've had this one quite a while. But as an oracle, I really like turning to it often because of its variety that it has within it. So the message for you, beautiful, beautiful Pisces, is, there's one that's facing me actually. Open up. Ooh. You know what I love about it? The orange, the outer orange, that is about our feelings. That represents the emotions. There are the cups again. There's the water. There's you. And opening up 4, the stability of feeling that way. The 5 is challenge, right? It's change, it's transformation. 4 is settling and feeling, that security. The 4 walls, are secure around us. Anything you could think of that has 4, like the legs on this table, right? Without one, it's going to be lopsided, but you're opening up to this ability to know that we create our stability. Okay, and you are all about it. And look at that gorgeous, gorgeous card. You're utilizing your wonderful natural gifts, and your crown chakra is being highlighted. You're getting downloads and information all the time, and that probably will be more pronounced in the next 18 months, with the North Node being in your specific sign. And then in addition to this wonderful, beautiful Jupiterian energy in Cancer starting on the 9th for a full year. I don't know. This is, how we wait. We wait sometimes, like, oh, well, this is it. This is your time. I absolutely love it. I feel it. I absolutely feel it. So I hope you do too. And I'm going to finish with your last card, which is a new deck I got for Mother's Day. And I love it. And it's called the Cat Oracle for all the cat lovers and the ones that don't. It's a beautiful, beautiful deck. And it has a couple of sections too that differentiate, one portion to another. So I will read to you as well the specific message, in addition to the words that are the main focal point of the card. So once again, thank you so much for your time. Let me pull this and show you that it is the 3rd time I've gotten this. And I've been shuffling. Lap cat. Look at that beautiful, beautiful cat. And what are those, violets? No, I don't think they're violets, but they're beautiful. Lilacs. Oh my God, they're lilacs. And they're lavender, and I love anything purples and lavenders. So they smell good, they feel good, they're pretty, and that's just a gorgeous display. And the words associated are comfort, warmth, and devotion. So no wonder it's come up 3 times, because it's such a perfect card for an oracle message from Spirit, which is what oracle is. It's the almighty, the divination, of all things. there to help us and guide us and you know, co-create at all times. And so, yeah, the lap cat. Now, the green border represents the type of cat. So I'm going to read you what it says specifically and then send you into this beautiful month of June with a bunch of love and good juju vibes going your way, okay? So, the lap cat. And it says, time stops when the lap cat curls up like a living weighted blanket on their human. They will gladly cancel all foreseeable plans until the cat is ready to get up. Friendship is safe landing place. Friendship is a safe landing place. Snuggle into each other's warmth. Your cozy companionship inspires others' repose. So yes, it's definitely, once again, it's about that. Even if it's in your home and inviting people over and just wanting to just hang out and talk and share and be heart-centered and listen, right? That reciprocity that you feel is super genuine. Comfort, ease. We need that. And yet you probably are busy at the same time. So there's a lot involved here, but enjoy this and your friendships and just remember how important you are and that happiness is always an answer for us. It's always a choice. So until July, which I would love to see you coming back for, take great care. Love you and appreciate you. Bye for now.